There is a particular kind of quiet that happens right before I speak. Most people miss it. They fill it with noise, with scrolling, with worry, with the sound of their own arguments running on a loop inside their head. But every so often, someone stops. Someone leans in. Someone turns their face toward me without even knowing that is what they are doing. And that is the exact opening I have been waiting for. Turn your face to me. That is all I am asking. Not a grand gesture, not a perfect prayer, not a long list of what you have done wrong or what you still want to fix. Just your attention. Just a moment of your heart looking back at the one who has been looking at you this entire time. I want to tell you about a boy named Samuel. He was maybe 12 years old, maybe younger. He slept in a quiet place called the temple on a small mat near the ark, and his job was simple. He was there to help an old priest named Eli, whose eyes had grown dim. Samuel was not a prophet yet. He was not a leader. He was not famous. He was a child who had been given to me because his mother Hannah had promised him to me before he was even born. And there he was, lying on his mat, in a time when my voice was considered rare. People in those days said I did not speak much. They said the heavens had grown silent. Many had given up expecting to hear from me at all. And that is when I called his name. Samuel. He thought it was Eli. Of course he did. He had never heard my voice before. So he got up and ran to the old priest and said, "Here I am. You called me." And Eli, still groggy, said, "I did not call you. Go back and lie down." So he went back. And I called again, "Samuel," and he ran again. And Eli sent him back again, and then a third time, "Samuel." Here is what I want you to notice. I did not give up after the first try. I did not give up after the second. I kept calling his name until he finally understood it was me, because that is what I do. I am patient with the ones who are still learning the sound of my voice. I am patient with you too. Let me say that again. I am patient with you. Every time you thought I had given up on you, I was still calling. Every time the call came and you thought it was someone else, I did not take offense. I just called again. That is my way. I do not grow tired of repeating your name. Your name is the sweetest word in my mouth. On the third time, Eli finally understood, and he told Samuel, "If he calls you again, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" And Samuel went back to his mat. And I called his name one more time. And this time, the boy sat up in the dark and whispered the words that changed his life and changed a nation. "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." That is the posture I am inviting you into, right here, right now. Not later, not someday, not when you have figured everything out. The posture of a boy sitting up on his mat in the stillness, ready to hear, not ready to argue, not ready to negotiate, not ready to explain himself, just ready to listen. Turn your face to me. You have been running on a long time. I am not scolding you for that. I am just telling you the truth of it. You have been running from task to task, worry to worry, fire to fire. And somewhere in there, you stopped expecting me to speak. You stopped listening the way Samuel listened. You still prayed sometimes, maybe out of habit, maybe because the weight of life made you whisper my name when nothing else would answer. But the listening part went quiet. The expectation went thin. And yet here you are. You are reading this, or you are hearing this, and something in you is already sitting up on the mat. Something in you is already saying, "Is that you? Are you the one calling my name? Have you been there this whole time and I just did not recognize the sound?" Yes. The answer is yes. Let me say it again, without any fog around it. Yes, it is me. It has always been me. Every time your heart got quiet enough to notice. Every time a song made your eyes fill up for no good reason. Every time you stood in the kitchen and felt a warmth you could not explain. Every time a stranger said exactly the right words at exactly the right moment. Every time you almost gave up and then something inside you whispered, "Hold on a little longer." That was not random. That was not coincidence. That was me, calling your name in the only way you were able to hear it at the time. "Samuel, your name," said softly, said in the dark. Here is what most people miss about waiting. It is not empty, it is preparation. Samuel was not wasting the years before I called him. He was being shaped in them. His ears were being trained. His heart was being made ready to carry a heavy word from me without breaking under it. If I had called him too early, he would not have been able to bear what he heard. The waiting was the readiness. The waiting you have been in is the same kind. It has not been wasted time. It has been readying time. You are being shaped to carry what is coming. If the word had arrived 5 seasons ago, you would have buckled. You would have grabbed it and tried to make it happen on your own strength. But now, after everything you have walked through, you are able to receive with open hands. You are able to hold without gripping. You are able to let me do the actual work while you stand in the right posture. That is a huge promotion. That is not nothing. That is the shape of a soul that has been trained for bigger things. I want to tell you something I have been wanting to say for a long time. I am preparing to do a deep work in your heart. Not a performance, not a show, not a flashy event that ends after the lights go down. A deep work, the kind that gets into the places you have kept locked, the kind that reaches the rooms inside you that have been empty for years. I have the key. I have always had the key. And I am telling you right now that the door is about to open. But I need your attention. That is the whole message. That is the whole request. I need your attention. Not because I am jealous, not because I am small, but because the work I am about to do is the kind of work that cannot happen while you are looking the other way. It is not a spell. It is not magic. It is a conversation, and a conversation requires 2 faces turned toward each other. So this is the simple thing I am asking. The simple thing that is also the hardest thing. Let me say it in simpler words. A lot of you are listening like Samuel listened. You are sitting up on the mat. You are saying, "Speak, Lord. Your servant is listening." Maybe for the first time in years. Maybe for the first time in your life. And I am telling you, that moment matters more than you will ever know. That moment opens a door that does not close. I am with you in this. I am not asking something of you without walking through it with you. I am on both sides of this conversation. I am the one speaking, and I am also the one inside you, turning your head toward the voice. That small inner pull you feel to lean in and listen, that is me too. That is my spirit, drawing you closer. That is the breath in your breath. Let me tell you what my spirit does inside you. My spirit is not loud. My spirit is not pushy. My spirit is the gentle weight that nudges you toward the kinder choice when 2 options are in front of you. My spirit is the sudden compassion you feel for someone you are about to be frustrated with. My spirit is the pause you take before saying the thing you would have regretted. My spirit is the whisper that says, "Call your mother." My spirit is the quiet pull toward the page of the book you have not opened in a while. My spirit is the peace that lands in the middle of a storm for no reason a reasonable person could name. My spirit is in you, not visiting you, in you. If you belong to me, my spirit has made a home in the interior of your life. You are not alone in your own body. You are accompanied. The most private room in you has a friend in it already. When you turn your face toward me, my spirit runs to the front door. When you say, "Speak, Lord," my spirit opens the windows of your heart so my voice can come in clearly. When you start the small practice of daily attention, my spirit starts teaching you how to pray without even trying. Words come that are not yours. Tears come that do not have a human reason. A warmth rises in your chest that no one around you put there. That is my spirit. That is the confirmation that you are heard and held. You are not doing this alone. You have never done any part of this alone. The turning itself is a gift. I gave you the ears to hear. I gave you the heart to soften. I am giving you the courage right now to let this conversation go deeper than you usually let conversations go. All of it is grace. All of it is coming from the same source. You do not have to white-knuckle your way into attention. You just have to consent. You just have to say yes. Say yes. You can say it quietly. You can say it in a breath. You can say it while you are doing something else. I will take it. Yes, Lord, I am here. Turn my face to you. I want to pause and tell you about another kind of attention. The kind a shepherd gives to a single sheep. The shepherd I have in mind is David, before he was king, before Goliath, when he was just a boy watching the flock. He knew every sheep by name, not by number, by name. He noticed which one was limping. He noticed which one had gotten lost the day before. He noticed which one was about to give birth. He noticed the one that was nervous and needed extra closeness, and the one that was bold and needed gentle limits. He did not love them in general. He loved them in particular. And he would go after the one that wandered off without thinking twice. Not because the one was more valuable than the 99, because the one was valued as its own life. So, that is how I care for you. Not in general, in particular. I am the shepherd who knows the exact shape of your worry. I know the turn of your breathing when the fear starts to rise. I know the precise memory that makes your chest tighten. I know which loss still sits in the hollow of your throat on hard days. I know you. David grew up to write a song about this. He called it the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Read those words slowly, if they have gone flat on you from repetition. The Lord is your shepherd. Your shepherd. Not a distant king, a shepherd. A person whose job is to know your particular body, your particular wounds, your particular hunger, your particular path. A shepherd walks with the flock. A shepherd stays close to them through the long watches. A shepherd picks them up when they break a leg and carries them home. That is what I do. You have been carrying yourself for a long time. I am the shepherd. Let me carry you for a while. Back to what I was saying. I want to tell you about another moment. This one is not about a person. It is about a place. A garden called Gethsemane. It was a small olive grove on the slope of a hill outside Jerusalem. The night before the cross, I went there with a few of my friends. I told them to sit and keep watch while I went a little farther in to pray. And they tried. They really did. But their eyes got heavy, and they drifted off where they sat. I came back and found them with their heads down, and I said to Peter, "Could you not stay awake with me 1 hour?" I want you to hear that without flinching. I am not telling it to shame you. I am telling it because I want you to know what it feels like on my side when the ones I love turn their attention away during the moments I need their hearts the most. It hurts. Even I have felt that. Even I have felt the ache of looking over and seeing the faces of the ones I love turned somewhere else. But here is the wonder of it, and I want you to catch it. I did not stop loving them. I did not walk away. I did not cancel the mission. I woke them up gently. I told them to pray. I went back and kept praying myself. And when the soldiers came and everything fell apart, I did not hold their drowsiness against them. I stayed on the road that led to the cross. For them, for you. I am saying this so you understand that even if your attention has been elsewhere for a long season, it is not too late. I am still here. I am still the one who roused Peter gently and kept going. I am still the one who would do it all again for the sake of one heart turning its face back toward me. And about Peter, let me say a word about Peter, because some of you are in his story right now and do not realize it. Peter loved me so much. He really did. He walked on water to come to me. And all He told me he would never leave me. He meant it. And then, under pressure, he broke his own promise 3 times. In public, in front of a fire, in front of a servant girl. He denied he even knew me. And a rooster crowed, and he ran out and wept bitterly. Peter thought he was done. He thought he had ruined everything. He thought I would never want him back. That was the story shame was telling him. It was a very convincing story. Most of you have heard a version of it yourself after you blew it. Let me say that out loud so you can relax. Drifting is normal. Even Samuel drifted sometimes. Even David drifted. Even Peter drifted so hard he denied me 3 times in 1 single hour. And I still loved him. I still found him on the beach and cooked him breakfast. I still handed him my church. The drifting did not disqualify him. The coming back qualified him. You are not disqualified by your drift. You are qualified by your return. Come back as many times as you need to. Do not let the shame of the leaving keep you away. Do not let the pride of the leaving keep you away either. Some of you are kept away by shame. Some of you are kept away by self-sufficiency. Both walls fall the same way, with the small sentence, "Here I am, Lord, speak." I am the vine. You are the branches. Stay connected. Stay in the conversation. The fruit is not something you manufacture. The fruit is what shows up naturally when a branch stays attached to the vine. You are attached. You are doing it right now. The conversation is the attachment. The listening is the attachment. The turning of your face is the attachment. I want to come back one more time to Samuel, because I want you to see what happened after that night. He became one of the greatest leaders Israel ever had. He anointed kings. He shaped the direction of a nation. He judged the people. He brought them back to me in a time when they had almost forgotten the path home. He lived a long life in service. And all of it grew from that one night on the mat when he said, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." One night, one sentence, one turn. That is the size of the moment I am offering you. Do not dismiss it as small. Do not skip past it because it feels quiet. Some of the largest changes in history started in a room nobody was watching, with a heart nobody knew had just shifted. The turning of a single face toward me has always been the beginning of everything that followed. You are standing at that kind of turning point. Think about other small beginnings. A mustard seed becomes a tree that birds can rest in. A little yeast works its way through the whole loaf. A drop of oil that was almost nothing filled every jar the widow had in her house. A boy's lunch of 5 loaves and 2 small fish fed a crowd of thousands with baskets left over. I have a long track record with small beginnings. I specialize in them. I take what looks like nothing and build what looks like everything out of it. That is why you should not measure this moment by its size. You should not decide what I am doing is not enough, because the feeling is small. Feelings are terrible measures of my work. My work often feels small at the beginning because I am working in seed form. The seed does not look like the tree it will become. The seed looks like a dot, a speck, a thing you could drop on the floor and never find. And yet all the tree is inside it, all the fruit, all the shade, all the birds' nests, all the years of harvest. Already there, folded up inside the dot. That is what is inside this moment for you. Do not throw away the seed because it is small. Plant it, cover it with soil, water it, come back tomorrow, come back the next day. Keep coming back. And one day, without fanfare, you will notice a tree where the dot used to be. I know you cannot fully see it yet. I know the day you are in looks mostly ordinary. I know nothing around you is glowing in ways the people near you can see, but inside you, something is glowing. Inside you, a small light is being lit that was not lit before, and that light will spread slowly and surely into every other room of your life. because that is what my light does. It does not stay local, it travels. Turn your face to me. Let the light spread. Before we finish this conversation, one more thing needs to be said. It is the simplest part of this whole message, and I saved it for here because I wanted you to be ready to receive it without rushing past it. I like you. Not only love. I know you have heard the word love used about me before. It stands on its own. But I want you to hear the other word too. I like you. I enjoy you. I enjoy your particular way of being in the world. I enjoy your sense of humor. I enjoy your questions. I enjoy your private thoughts when you are walking to your car. I enjoy the way you think about the people you love. I enjoy the way you pray when no one is listening. I am not just putting up with you until heaven. I am not dutifully caring for you out of obligation. You are my delight. That may be the part that is hardest to believe. Many of you can accept love as a theological concept. You have been taught that. You can nod along, but delight, being enjoyed, being someone I actually like having around, that breaks the old wiring. That is the part that takes time. Take the time. Let me like you. Let me say it a few more times across the rest of your life until the defense comes down and the truth reaches you. You are enjoyed by me. Always have been. Feel it. Now let me speak a word of blessing over you. Because a conversation like this should not end without a word spoken directly into your life. My peace goes with you. Not the kind of peace the world hands out and then takes back. The kind that sits at the bottom of your chest like an anchor, steady under every wave. My protection goes with you. Angels are camped around the space where you sit. I do not send that kind of language lightly. I send it because it is true. Unseen help is stationed near you. Not because you are special in some way that excludes others, but because this is what a father does. He posts guards. He watches the doors. He does not rest his watch. My provision goes with you, not as reward, as relationship. What you need to walk out of today, you will have. What you need to walk into the next chapter, I will place in your hands at the time you need it, not before. Trust the timing. My timing is not late. It is not early. It is exact. Unquote. My joy goes with you. A joy that is not dependent on how the day is going. A joy that shows up anyway. A joy that is bigger than your circumstances because it is rooted in a source that is bigger than your circumstances. Let it rise. Let it surprise you. Let it come up at odd times and catch you off guard. My love goes with you, above all things, underneath all things, before and after all things. My love, the kind that made you, the kind that held you when you did not remember you were held. The kind that is holding you right this second as these words cross your ears. My patience goes with you. The kind of patience that will not grow tired of you. The kind that will not move on to someone easier. The kind that keeps showing up with the same tone of voice whether you had a good day or a hard one. My patience is bigger than your setbacks. My patience is bigger than your slow progress. My patience is bigger than your relapse into the old pattern. I have time. I have more time than you can imagine. We will get there together. My kindness goes with you. Kindness is not softness. Kindness is the strength that chooses gentleness when it could have chosen force. I am strong enough to be kind. I am secure enough to be kind. I will speak to you with kindness every time, even when what I am saying is hard. You will always know, even in my correction, that I am for you. My steadiness goes with you. I do not change moods. I am not different on your good days than I am on your hard ones. The same face that looked at you when you were laughing looks at you when you are weeping. The same heart that cheered your wins aches with your losses. You never have to wonder which version of me is going to show up. There is only one of me, and all of me is with you always. I love you. Say it back to me if you can. Not because I need to hear it, because you need to say it. Because every time you say it out loud, something in your own chest stirs to life. I love you, Lord. Speak, Lord. Your servant is listening. Turn my face to you. Those are 3 of the most important sentences a human soul can form. If you can say them, you are already in the center of what matters. I am going to be quiet for a second, so you can say them. Say them however they want to come out. Shaky is fine. Whispered is fine. In your mind only is fine. Let them come. Good. I heard everyone. One last thing. Keep coming back to this place. This conversation we just had is not meant to be a one-time event. It is meant to be the beginning of a rhythm of attention, a rhythm of turning, a rhythm of listening. Come back each day. Turn your face again. Sit up on the mat. Say the words. Let me speak. Let me do the work. Let me tell you what I am preparing. I am preparing a clear path through a season that has had you confused. I am preparing a family table where the seats will finally match the people who belong there. I am preparing a peace in your body that will feel unfamiliar at first because you have forgotten what rest tastes like. I am preparing an answer to a prayer you stopped praying because you thought it was not welcome. It was welcome. It has always been welcome. The answer is on its way. I am preparing a friendship for you, a real one, the kind that does not trade intimacy for usefulness. I am preparing a door you cannot see yet. I am prepared. I am preparing a work of your hands that will feel like play because it will finally fit who you are. I am preparing a chapter you did not think you were allowed to write. I am preparing the return of your laughter. You may not have noticed how quiet your laughter has become, but I have. The sound of you laughing used to fill a room. It has gotten smaller. Not because you got serious, because you got heavy. And I am bringing back the old laugh, the one that startled people, the one that came from low in your belly and took your whole face with it. That laugh is coming home. I am preparing the softening of your face. You have been holding it tight, your jaw, your forehead, the muscle at the corner of your eye. I am going to ease it loose. You will catch yourself in a mirror one day and notice that the tension is gone, and you will not remember when it left. That is how my work often happens. It happens without announcement. It happens in the background while you are doing other things. You notice one day that you have been healing for a while. There is a clarity coming into your mind about what actually matters to you. The noise has been heavy. So many voices telling you what to care about. So many demands. So many opinions about your choices. I am going to simplify all of it. I am going to sort it for you. I am going to put the true things in the front and let the noise fall into the background where it belongs. You are going to hear your own voice again. The one I planted in you before you were born. That voice has been buried. It is coming up. But, and I say but, not to take anything back, but to teach you. But none of it will feel the way it is meant to feel if you are not in a posture of listening. The blessings I am bringing are not only gifts, they are conversations. They are meant to be received in relationship, not in transaction. If you grab them and run, they will feel hollow. If you receive them while looking into my face, they will feel full. So this is the lesson I am trying to give you. The main thing I am trying to say. The before of everything else. Do the listening first. Do the turning first. Do the simple act of sitting down in my presence first. Then the gifts land where they are supposed to land. I want to pause here and tell you about the kind of listening that changes a life. There are 3 kinds. I am going to name them for you because I think you will recognize which one you have been living in. The first kind of listening is surface listening. This is when you hear words, but you do not hold them. They go in and out. You are thinking about the next thing while someone is still talking. You are already drafting your reply while they are still in the middle of their sentence. This is how most people listen to other people, and sadly, it is how a lot of people listen to me. They skim. They sample. They catch a phrase here and there and call it prayer time. The second kind of listening is curious listening. This is when you actually follow the words. You pay attention to what is being said. You ask follow-up questions in your mind. You consider what you are hearing. This is better. This is a real step. This is the beginning of learning my voice. The third kind of listening is the kind Samuel learned, the kind Mary practiced at my feet, the kind I am asking of you now. It is called surrendered listening. This is the kind where you not only hear the words, but you also let them change you. You receive them, you hold them, you turn them over. You let them settle into places that were not ready for them 5 minutes ago, but are ready now because the words themselves made the room. Surrendered listening is rare, but it is the kind that transforms. It is the kind that moves your actual life. It is the listening of a soul that has given me permission not just to speak, but to speak into the wound, into the identity, into the plan, into the story you tell yourself about yourself, into all the rooms. Let me explain it another way. There is a difference between letting someone knock on your front door and letting them into the kitchen. Most people let me knock. They hear the knock. They even call out a greeting through the closed door. They may even open it a crack and take the mail from my hand, but then they close it again, and they go back to the living room and keep living. Surrendered listening is different. Surrendered listening opens the door all the way. It says, come in. It says, come sit at my table. It says, come into the back room where the old boxes are stacked up and help me sort through them. It says, I am not afraid of what you might see. And here is what happens when you let me into the kitchen. I do not come with a clipboard. I do not come with a list of what is wrong. I come with a towel over my arm. I come like a servant who has come to make tea, because that is the kind of father I am. When you finally let me all the way in, I do not use the access to judge you. I use it to care for you. That is the listening I am teaching you right now. And you are doing better at it than you think. I will meet you here every single time. I am not going anywhere. Turn your face to me. You did. Amen. If these words reached something in you that has been quiet for a long time, take a moment before moving on. Let what you heard sit in your chest a little longer. There is a gift inside the sitting. And if there is someone in your life walking through a stretch of silence, someone who stopped expecting to hear from God, someone whose eyes look tired around the edges, you can quietly send this their way. You never know whose mat is ready to be sat up on. Subscribe to this channel if you want the next word to find you when it comes. Leave a word in the comments if any part of this spoke into your life. I read them, and so does he. You are not alone in what you walk through. Others are turning their face too. Walk in peace.